the shark bait has such teeth, dear.
As Brazilian waxes have become more popular, the public lice population has dwindled. So when you were young and your mother told you, wash your hair because you could get lice, she was the one that needed to wash her hair so we didn't get lice. Welcome, people. This is episode 60.
Wow, milestone.
Episode 60. And as you can see, we have a special guest here that I don't think we're going to talk to in this first part. So you can put your damn beer. Well, you can drink all you want. But, yeah, that's Miller, our beer man. And, yeah, he's going to be a big part of this, but not in this first segment. We are Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk, and we are now the patron podcast of Auto Brewery Syndrome and Provocatively Dressed Catholics.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. You're the one that came up with that, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
And last week, one thing's happened 9 or 10 times. One thing happened for the first time. We got banned from Russia, which happens all the fucking time. But we got banned from Belarus.
We did.
And do you know anything about Belarus?
I know nothing about Belarus.
I looked it up.
Okay, good.
It's a piece of shit country. That's why we should not be blocked from there. These people need help anyway. It's landlocked, and 2 of the countries are Russia and Ukraine.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. And to get in and out of there, it's impossible.
They're the meat of a shit sandwich.
They are. They are. So Belarus needs us.
Yeah.
I don't know who makes these decisions, but you can't be banning, maybe the funnest thing these people have.
See?
So, yeah, the hell with you.
And not only that, we were also banned for anyone under 18 for sexually explicit content.
Now, is that forever? Or was that just that one episode?
It's forever for that one episode.
Oh, it is. Oh. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, we're forever banned from that.
Okay. If you're under 18, it'll always be on there for that specific episode.
Okay, you people that are 16 and 17, it's easy to get a fake ID. It's easier to do this. Just go on and make the little check mark that you're 18, and you can watch us.
There you go.
In the meantime, for you censors out there, fuck. We also are, we're not just the Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk podcast. We are 720 pounds of podcast proclivity. And today,
we're bringing it out.
yeah, we are up there. So don't be messing with us, Belarus. Okay, to our website. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I skipped one. We had beer night this past Thursday.
We sure did.
And we had a good time. Didn't we?
Did, yeah.
So.
And
except our favorite waitress wasn't there.
Yeah, she's on vacation.
But Cover Girl was there, so that
we did okay.
That sufficed.
We did okay.
And
Sam was our new waitress.
Yeah, and she was nice. She was nice. Yeah.
You guys got a little uncomfortable. I brought up the old Jesus man. You didn't like what I was talking about with some of that content.
Refresh my memory.
I think I said fuck him too or something like that, and you guys got all worried about getting struck by lightning. And
oh yeah.
And then I was talking about Hebrew Horus and the Egyptian god Horus and all that. You guys got all.
I did get uncomfortable. No. I'm as improper as the next guy, but that was sacrilegious what you were doing. Yeah. I don't want to get hit by it. What if he misses you and hits me? Although how he'd miss him, I don't fucking know. Okay. And I did talk to, it was the regular 4 of us. Mm-hmm. And then Tarzan has become kind of regular. I saw him the next day. Mm-hmm. He told me he shows up a little late on purpose.
Why is that?
Because he said, he's not used to drinking 4.5 hours like we are. So he said he can't quite go at that pace. And I said, okay, I can't blame you.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not like he misses it.
No, he could come in the last 5 minutes and he wouldn't miss anything. Okay, now we'll move on. Our website, the old pick 3 was your 3 favorite sports announcers. Mm-hmm. And Bob Prince won and Mike Lang came in second, but that's obviously because this is based in Pittsburgh and we do a mostly Pittsburgh following.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate. I asked for some more people to participate in the third week, which is a little different from us. And Sue and JB and Bill and Cuff all sent theirs in, and they had some national people too. Like I think Howard Cosell might have come in third.
That's a good one.
It surprised me because he was kind of annoying, but he was certainly unique in what he did. Miller, you remember Howard Cosell?
I do. Yeah.
That's all you have fucking to say?
I mean, I don't have a lot of things.
Get about that. Fuck you. That's why I was keeping you out of the damn intro to start with.
If I wasn't including my wrestling shit on purpose, Marv Albert would have made my list because I grew up watching him with the NBA. He was
okay, and he is good.
Yeah.
Why do you have to be such a dick?
And I think it's kind of my role.
Yeah, but all the time, can't you step out of character once in a while? You're sacrilegious at beer night. You have to be different in every damn thing you do. You look so different. You really don't have to be so different with your answers.
What do I look different? I look like 90%.
Nobody looks like this. Nobody.
No, I argue that.
And speaking of our website, go to the website and see him in his damn onesie to see if
Tarzan subjected himself to that.
Poor Tarzan. He may never come back. Anyway, our new pick three. Besides, when you go to our website, you'll see Miller. And I think we got some new thing up, but I can't remember what it is. We didn't cover that in the production meeting.
Oh, yeah.
That new football thing. Yeah. I think that's going up, but we'll pretend like we don't know because we don't.
I forget. I had helmets on it. I forget what it says. Disney.
Here's what I do know, though. The new question is, with the Summer Olympics coming up, your 3 favorite Olympic sports to watch. 3 favorite Olympic sports to watch.
I took this one seriously.
No, you did. You did. You didn't have time to think because I wrote them down right then, and you didn't have time to say surfing and Greco-Roman wrestling and shit like that, which might be good things to watch. I don't know either. All right, moving on. We regress or digress or something. And I'll be brief. Huckamuck Fuck was he was at the ESPY Awards, and there was that controversy, and they said he addressed it, which he didn't. He made some comments, but then he and Megan had said they were out on a date night. Ugh. Did they ever watch their fucking kids? Those poor kids. They're home every damn night. Huckamuck Fuck. And one more thing too. Serena said, now we're surrounded by real royalty. They are not real royalty. They denounced it.
Yes, they gave it up. They gave it away.
Yeah.
No.
I'm real fucking royalty. Yeah. That's Tiny. That's Miller. I'm the Prince of Pittsburgh. That's royalty, not he denounced his damn royalty. So he and Serena, fuck them all. Okay. I'm go ahead. You got something?
No.
Okay. I got something.
I will defend Huckamuck Fuck here. He didn't nominate himself for that.
No,
shit.
That's true. I'm
not trying to look. It sucks what they did, but I probably hate ESPN more than I hate him. To be honest.
No, you're absolutely right.
Them too.
You're absolutely right. I've been kind of making.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't.
Been kind of making a living making fun of Huckamuck Fuck. So yeah, you're right. That was totally ESPN's fault.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. This question for both of you. You can just fucking nod since that's all you fucking do anyway. Do you remember Hill's department store?
Yes.
Absolutely.
You do too?
Yeah, they had a great concession stand. I remember that.
Seriously?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Boy, this fits right into me and you not thinking alike at all. This wasn't from a production meeting, people. My comment was going to be, there's now a Hills food truck, and I was going to say, who the fuck ate there back when it was Hills? And apparently you liked it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought it sucked ass.
Dude, I was 40 years ago. I don't know.
I thought it was horrible. Yet
do you have the menu? What's on it?
Fuck no. I remember I couldn't even stand the smell when I walked past Hills. And now I'm thinking a food truck, and then who the hell would go there? But now I know. 2 people that are fatter than me. That's who would go there. Okay. That mystery is solved. How about that? Okay, moving on. Once again,
every time we bring up Hills, my friend Jay's dad used to talk about I used to pee in the sink there all the time. Okay. Well, I have a Hills story too. Oh, no.
Hills was about a mile from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I came home from college, and of course I didn't have any clean underwear. So I shot up there to buy some underwear. Unbeknownst to me, and this is a little ironic, Hill's department store had turned into CCAC North, the place where I would work for 30 years later on in life. But at the time, I didn't know that. Yeah. And I go walking in, and I thought they just took down the sign. And then I'm looking around, and the lady at the front, hey, can I help you? I said, yeah, where's the underwear? It was a college by then. So, it turned from a department store to a community college. Yeah. I didn't know because I was away at school, and that's my Hill story.
Wow.
And I still can smell that stale popcorn. Okay. I promise you people, even though Facts of the Week are coming up, you guys are getting extra here. This is no longer comedy. This is informational. This is from New Scientist magazine. Like I always give you one.
Their subscription should be way up for our show.
Thanks to our show. It should be. Ants are the only other species beside humans that will amputate their other legs. Like if an ant has a bad leg that may be going to die, another ant will come by and like bite it off. Wow. How about that, huh? Yeah. How many of you knew that? Bullshit. Bullshit. You didn't know that. I'm the only one that knew that because you guys don't read New Scientist magazine, especially those little parts. I skip all the big articles and then look for all those little piece of shit things. All right. Moving on. Okay. You know my daughter's getting married in a church here in a month, right?
I do.
Okay. Well, not to go into it, she's a perfectionist but a procrastinator, which is a very bad two characteristics. Horrible. Whoa. Like 2 weeks ago, she's getting married on August 10th. 2 weeks ago, we didn't have a place. We didn't have a church, a priest, or a place for the rehearsal dinner.
Holy shit.
And now we have all three.
Wow.
We have all three. But still.
You might have to don the colors to perform the ceremony.
I know. I thought about it. They never asked me. I thought they were going to ask me in the bullshit because I am a reverend appointed by the church bishops of Alexandria, Virginia. And so it's got to be, real important.
On the up and up.
Yeah, exactly. No, they didn't ask me then, and they're not asking me now.
I don't blame them.
But anyway, so she finally get to church, and they send her a list of rules. These things keep coming down.
Maybe you need your headphones.
I might need to. Okay. Next segment. So they had pretty generic rules. You can't do this, can't do that. And sudden, the use of a wagon was prohibited. Does that mean somebody was using a wagon in an illegal or immoral sort of way?
Wow, yeah.
I don't know. Rules usually don't come up unless there was a reason for them.
Right.
Is that at the church?
At the church, yeah.
Maybe they just had like a horse carriage pull them in by a wagon. Somebody did, and they said we can't have that dropping all the poop everywhere. Right.
Oh, I was thinking of a little red wagon.
Oh.
That's what I was.
You were thinking that too?
Like the radio flyer kind of. Yeah.
Okay, you were thinking like a stagecoach kind of thing.
Yeah. Maybe they had a dog pool in the little one and shit in the aisle or something.
Shit somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Maybe. That's okay. All right. Well, I'll see if I can get to the bottom of that on August 10th. A couple more things. I went to a birthday party yesterday for a 4-year-old, my grandson. Mm-hmm. And they were good people, and it was fun. And for the most part, I went outside to drink by myself, and then everyone seemed to follow. So I had a lot of people out there. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I'm facing the house, and the backyard's behind me, and then some parents and people are sitting there, and it became, after a while, me listening to a play-by-play of these three people of the water balloon throwing up there. And I'm thinking, I was getting half smashed. But I'm thinking, is this what my life's come to? That I'm listening to a water balloon play-by-play?
Yeah.
Like, I'd be sitting there and they go, oh, that was a good one. And I'd start to turn around, and I thought, what the fuck am I going to turn around for?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Final thing that I have. I have a tradition. Well, I'm going to talk about it. That I go to the batting cages every year on my birthday, and I had a birthday this past week.
Yeah, happy belated birthday!
Thank you.
I think you were upset. I forgot. I actually had your birthday mixed up with somebody else. So
I'm not surprised, not disappointed. I remember nobody's birthday, so I'll never give you, of all the things I give you shit for forgetting my birthday will not be one of them.
Yeah.
But I go to the batting cages to see if I can still get around on a. Well, I used to go in the fast. Now I'm going on the medium. But so now you're going to see what I did. Once a year, I come to the batting cages on my birthday and see if I can still get around on these pitches. Being as old as I am, that's a problem anyway. Now I have arthritis in my fingers, so I don't know if I can grip the bat. I'm having serious shoulder problems, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing a bat. And last year when I did this, I had to wear a boot on my ankle, and I'm not wearing that anymore, so I got to kind of be careful there too. So what we're going to witness here is my first 10 pitches of 2024. Here goes. Maybe.
That was a good one.
That was better than most. Are you getting me at all?
I got all of them.
What's that? Okay. The only thing I will add to that is I did get better at the end.
Oh.
Like I showed you the first 10 pitches.
Okay.
And I bought 50 pitches.
Okay.
And not that they were going far, I'll admit that, but I was actually getting good wood on it. I was hitting with the barrel at the end.
This is the place at North Park.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And these bats are so old. It's one of those ones that if you don't hit it square, it vibrates and hurts the shit out of your hands.
Yep.
And I even have arthritis in my fucking hands. You wouldn't think I'd, but by the end, I was hitting the square. So yeah, so not all was lost. But as you just saw, me making the major leagues probably not going to happen like I was hoping. You got anything you want to talk about?
We only really got one thing related to the show. Your story from last week at your $58 tab for buying everybody around. Someone asked what you tipped on that.
Okay. Just to refresh you, I bought everyone around, drank for 2.5 hours, and the bill was $58. I tipped $30, which sounds good, but when you think about it, this poor girl was working at a regular bar where prices were
right.
If I'd have paid like $170, I would have paid more than $30. So maybe actually, even though that sounds $30 on a 58 sounds great, maybe it's not that great.
I think people would be more astonished what we tip at beer night more than anything you just said.
Well, you want to tell them why we tip them that? We're a bunch of old guys that have no shot, but we like to think we'll have a shot. And I always say, you never know. There's some kind of nuclear war and most of the males die and there's only a few of us left. We want to be at the top of that line. So we want them to remember, hey, this guy tipped me well. So yeah, we do tip way too much.
Way too much.
Yeah. And okay. there's 4 of us or 5 of us usually. Even though we tip way too much, it's only extra $5 a person. So,
well, that's because it's usually me or you kicking in the more. Like we
do
like the regular 20% for everybody. Because
me and you are dumber and think we actually do have a chance here. Here, I just said we don't think we have a chance. We think we do. Okay. We're going to be back, and now Miller, our guest, is going to be a big part of this next segment. So don't touch that dial.
Titties and beer, titties and beer, titties and beer, titties and beer. I thank God Almighty for titties and beer.
Welcome back. This is number 60. 60, that's a pretty big fucking number. Pittsburgh Dive Bar Talk. And I'm sorry I said fucking to those of you in Belarus that aren't able to watch. Or maybe they'll be able to watch this week, though. We don't know.
Fingers crossed.
But what we do have, we have, this is the first of number 60. Miller is a living legend, and Zelda is a living legend who's down underneath the table. So this is the first time ever I think we've had 2 living legends on the show at one time.
Yes.
Awesome. This is awesome.
I'm not even sure we've ever had 1 living legend on the show before, have we?
Well, on the show, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because the only one in question we can't really talk about. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. So we've never actually had that. Okay, this is Miller, our beer expert. How'd you become a beer expert?
I don't know. I drink a lot of beer. I don't know. I think I started drinking craft beer probably around my 40th birthday, and I'm 53, so for 13 years. And I've been drinking all different kinds. I mean, my favorite's more of the IPA range. I like mostly New England IPAs. I do drink the West Coast IPAs as well, but there's so many new styles that keep coming, and I think there's actually more breweries now than there were back when we had the record number of breweries back in like the early 1900s or whatever it is. So many good breweries locally that make good beers, and I've just been trying them all.
Okay. Before we try our first one here, I have a couple. Okay. You played football for North Hills.
Yeah.
Did you play on the national champion, or did that come a couple years later?
No, I was a junior on that team. Yeah.
On the national champion team.
87. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
I'm still alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there
I wasn't
you go.
a starter, but I was on that team.
Wow. Okay. Well, you don't have to. They don't fucking know. Don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the star player.
Both ways.
He gained a bunch of yards.
I was a running back. Yeah.
Led the team in tackles and interceptions. You hardly ever hear that shit.
That's right.
So anyway, okay. Do you remember when we first met?
The year? I know where we met. I mean, we met at community college. Mm-hmm. You know, you were running the student activities, and I somehow stumbled in there. And I think mostly because there was always hot chicks hanging around.
There were.
Yeah.
There were. And okay, it's the only credit I'm going to give you. I kind of, when I took that job, I kind of assumed, and I was wrong, but I kind of assumed most people who went to community college were probably assholes. So when I first sat down, and you were a work study, I think.
Yeah.
And when you sat down, like I remember not even talking to you at the beginning, thinking, I'm not going to talk to this fucking dickhead. Yeah. And no, then you appeared to be friendly, and then I found out most of the people there in my 30 years were friendly, so I had that all wrong. But okay. Do you remember the year that? Well, I think that was the year. We had the dating game, and it was unbelievably popular.
Yeah.
And the reason it was so popular is a woman we both liked was an intern there.
Megan Jordan.
Oh God! And you know,
hi, Megan. I know you're watching, Megan.
You got to tell her.
I know,
because she's still gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
She sent me a picture a few years ago saying, "Man, boy, age." And I'm thinking, oh my God.
Yeah, we love Megan.
Yeah, we did. We did.
More than we should.
Maybe we should bring her back.
She could come here anytime.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Megan could. She lives in Michigan now, I think. But anyway, I kind of heard rumblings, even though I was the one to oversee the whole thing. Yeah. I wasn't really running the damn dating game.
Yeah.
Did you guys rig that so you would win? There was talk of that. Talk of that. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, there was, surprisingly, I actually had a large group of female friends.
You did. You did.
And a lot of them were very attractive. I wasn't dating any of them, but they kind of hung out with me So whatever. But
yeah, you were the friend that wasn't going to get laid.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there was one, and I don't know if Havern is watching, but there is one friend that, went to Plum that she knew. And I texted her earlier in the week because I was like, hey, what was that girl's name? So can I say her name on the air?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So there's a girl, Tara Zivkovic.
I love her.
Yeah.
I love her.
She was on the game, and me and Meg were talking, and we're like, yeah, we're going to make this happen. So, yeah, I won, she won, and we
Wait, you
the
won
date.
with Tara?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
No, Tara
Yeah,
was
great.
my favorite one of
Yeah.
years and years and years.
Mine too.
You son of a bitch.
There's nothing that came out of that, but we both won.
Good. I'm glad nothing came of it. I'd have been really pissed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tara was gorgeous. Just
was.
gorgeous. Okay. One other thing, then we'll get to the. I'm not really sure my memory serves me right. You may have led me astray for my rest of my time there. And I'm not sure if it was you or me that instigated this. You were part of the Criminal Justice Club.
Yes.
And you guys were having a picnic, and I was your advisor. And we ended up, you weren't allowed to buy alcohol with school funds,
Yep.
but we finagled a receipt to get that done. And I can't remember if that was your idea or my idea. Was that your idea? I think it might have been, which led me down a bad path because
I don't know how long it was. Is there any statutory?
No, and Frank does watch once in a while though.
Yeah, I think that was me because we were friends
I think it was
with
you
a beer
too.
distributor who was able to give us a generic receipt that didn't list what we bought. So it was pop, right? We bought pop.
I think so too. So every time I did that afterwards, I can blame you.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got in trouble for
Hey,
doing
we had a
it.
lot of money to spend, didn't we? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we bought a keg of beer with school funds, and I think 6 people showed up for that damn picnic.
They were all happy.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were. Okay. I have some questions for you later, but let's get to our beer taste.
Yeah.
First beer tasting.
Yeah, so this is not something normal beer drinkers drink, right? This is called a Slushie. It's from a brewery over in Indiana called 450 North, and that's all they do. I mean, they have great IPAs. They do a couple other styles, but this here is what they're famous for. They churn them out left and right. I mean, they're constantly coming. They're different fruit flavors. This one's a Bananas Foster, and it's called Conky Dong. Like Donkey Kong, they switch things up so they don't get copyrighted. But I poured a little bit in each one of these glasses, and it should taste like a Bananas Foster.
I hope I never play beer pong with you, because if this is a little bit for beer pong type thing, forget it. Half a glass.
Well, it's 16 ounces. We got to share 3 ways.
Pretty good.
Yep, tastes like a Bananas Foster, but it's a beer.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they do a good job. I mean, if you like, certain fruits, raspberries, strawberries, they'll have a beer for you. They do it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a little sweet. I don't know if I could drink a lot of these, but it's good.
Well, we actually stayed overnight at the brewery one night in Indiana when I was camping there. We drank them all. So I know I can drink a lot of these, mixing all the different flavors and everything.
Case of these, you mean?
It wasn't a case. They were all on draft. So we just got drafts, but we were sampling the whole wall. And they're lower alcohol content. I think they're only like 5%, which is good. But they initially started marketing these as like 8%ers, and people were like, holy crap, 8%. But they're 4 or 5%.
Where's the easiest place to get this then?
You can get them in most local beer distributors now that actually have a craft section.
Does Howes have it? That's where I used to get all this kind of stuff.
They should.
You know what I'm
It rotates, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean down in North Hills?
Yeah, on Evergreen there.
Yeah. They should have it. I get it I'll give a plug. Save on Beer in Warrendale has it. They're great. And then Beer on 8 on Route 8, depending on what section you're at, down there. But they usually have it rotating because they get stuff as they make them. Okay. They're not cheap, though. They're not cheap.
He has money. He can afford it.
Yeah, they're a little pricey. If you're used to buying Miller Lite or Icy Light, then you're not. This isn't for you.
You 2 people with 1 kid, you guys should have all kind of money.
I couldn't afford this.
Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah, get us another one while I'm asking you some questions.
Yeah, you want to hold that just for a second?
Mm-hmm. All right. Years ago, I wonder if you're upset you didn't listen to me. Miller does know his beer, and he also knows high school football. That's probably what you're actually better at, right? Or at least you used to be.
I used to be for sure.
And I tried to talk you into starting your own website.
Yeah.
And You didn't do it. Do you wish you'd have listened to me now? You could have combined your high school football knowledge with your beer knowledge and had quite a damn website up there and probably made some money. And then you could afford Bananas Foster or whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah, that's true. You did always constantly try to push me on, especially when the internet came in. You know,
having a website before the internet wouldn't have worked all that well.
Right. But I mean, when I was younger, I still, that's my passion, high school football. I still love it. I mean, I have a nephew that's playing right now for Pine Richland, so I love going to those games. I can't wait to watch them this year. But I love high school football in general. I mean, I'll go to just about any game I can if it's out there, like a big game. I try to keep up on some of the names because Western Pennsylvania is just rich with talent. We have so many good players and athletes that go to Division I and the NFL every year. And I have friends that are coaches, I keep in touch with. So it would have been great to do that because I probably would have been able to have some good contacts at this point in my life.
But you were a pussy and you decided not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do regret that. That's a big mistake I made.
All right. Speaking of your other downfalls, I like you, and I like what you're doing for the website. But as far as being a team player for the podcast, we went out in the fall a couple times with one of your good drinking buddies. I can't remember his name. He came and joined us.
Really?
And then, what do you mean really? It was the three of us, for Christ's sakes.
My drinking buddy?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't fucking know his name.
Okay.
Anyway, I said, hey, you must know about the podcast. No, I don't know a thing. And then I ran into your brother at a damn funeral. Oh. And we were talking, and I said, well, yeah, you must know about the podcast. No, nothing about it. Do you not tell anybody about that?
Well, as far as my brother goes, he rarely listens when I talk. So
but
I told him about it.
You did?
And he just doesn't know what you're talking about. Because he is, even though it's 2024, he's still a little bit illiterate when it comes to having to get on the computer and do anything. He's not going to look it up. The other person I might not have told, but I wasn't sure if they actually do it myself. So I do try to promote it, yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
And now that you're on here, now you're going to be an integral part of this and two other segments. Yeah. Are you going to tell some people like, hey, watch me? Yeah,
I'll have to watch it first and make sure I'm okay with how I did. But if I look okay, then I'll probably tell people about it. Yeah.
All right.
You worry about how you look?
No.
Well,
about how he looks.
Yeah, because what I just did, I had to make a switch. These beautiful sunglasses kept fucking coming down. Well, first of all, in all fairness to us, we're broadcasting here in it's got to be 95 in here or 100, and
it's hot.
And those sunglasses kept going down my nose further and further, and I just couldn't. I had to put on another pair, and hopefully these stay up. But those weren't going to stay, even though I would have been extremely popular. So of course I was watching. Okay, last question for you. And this is a comment, and I'll let you comment back. You kind of screwed up two of my daughters. Miller was he's still a probation officer, but he was probation officer at Pine Richland High School. And my first daughter, Laura, who's getting married but can't use a wagon, we gave her the okay to go see him sometime to skip a class. And what was she in there, like 3 hours a day every day?
Well, it wasn't that long, but she was pretty much there daily.
She skipped a lot of class with you, right?
And she kind of just sat there. I mean, if I was on phone calls or typing or whatever, she just kind of hung out. It almost was like me hanging out in your office.
Exactly.
It came full circle with your daughter.
But you weren't missing class.
No, I was working. I mean, I wasn't working too hard, but I was working. She was there, and I don't even think I needed to write her a note. She was like, no, I'm good. I'll just go to class. I'm like, I don't even have to lie about anything. She just sat there and hung out.
And then, this is, those of you with kids know, you have two kids and they're totally different, even though you're bringing them up the same way. My other daughter, so she was younger, and I said, go in and see him sometime. She never went and saw him. And I got to admit, I did sign off on this. He decides, because she's so straight and narrow, he decides to go in and call her out of class as the probation officer. And you said she she turned pale, thinking
good.
she was in big trouble. But I can't blame you for that one, because you told me you were going to do it, and I did sign off on that one.
Yeah,
I
Becca, she wouldn't come. She would never come see me. The whole, like, she was a senior when I finally said, she's never come down. And you were like, yeah, go ahead and pull her out of class. So I looked up her schedule, and she was in foods. I didn't want to interrupt, like, any important class. So when I opened the door, I'm usually in my gear. I got my shirt, and everybody, most of the kids, when you open the door and you call somebody, they're like, ooh, you know how it is in high school. So she came out in the hall, kind of a little bit embarrassed. And I'm like, hey, what? You never come see me. I said, if you would have just come down to my office, we could have avoided all this, right?
Did she come down that time?
No. We met that one time.
Okay.
That's the only interaction I've had with her.
All right.
Laura, I know, like, really well. And Becca, sorry, I wish I knew you better, but I don't.
Believe it or not, of those two, you would think Laura would be the one to have on this show.
Yeah.
I'm going to have Becca on someday.
Amazing.
Becca now works at a rehab facility, and she works with I know this shouldn't be funny, but it is, people with problems up here. Yeah. And she also works with a bunch of gang members that got shot. Okay. And she said they're like the nicest people in Cleveland. And she has good stories now. She was my boring daughter that has good stories. So I said, I got to have you on sometime. So Becca is going to be on here sometime. Okay, that's awesome. Enough about my family and you. Let's go to another beer.
Get this one here. So this one's from a brewery that's outside of Pittsburgh. You can't really get this beer unless you go there, or they do ship now. So online shipping some places. This is from the Vale. It's called a Tasty. It's a little bit older, but it should still taste pretty good. I don't know what flavors we got here on this one.
I'm glad you prepared for this.
Yeah, I can't even read.
This is about the level I prepared.
I can't even read. I don't have my readers, so I can't do nothing about that. But give it a taste and see what you think it tastes like.
What's it called?
Yeah. It's not Tasty.
Tasty.
Yeah, see?
Okay.
It's
tasty.
It looks like a strawberry. No.
It looks like it's probably some kind of strawberry banana, or maybe strawberry vanilla.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
You like it?
I like the other one better, but I like that one.
Pretty good.
I think I might like this one better.
This one's actually a little bit older, so it's probably fallen off a little bit on the flavor, but the Vale makes fantastic beers. If you're ever in like the Virginia area, we used to go to the Outer Banks. So on the way down, we would stop in that Virginia area. It would be like, where's the Norfolk? Right around there. Their breweries right down there. You can go and hang out.
I would argue this one's even sweeter than the other one, to be honest.
I think you're right. I think that's why I like it more.
Yeah. It definitely has I don't know if it's strawberry. I can't tell what that is, but it's sweet.
It is strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We better slow down our drinking. We might get drunk on here.
Locally, though. So these kind of beers, some of them you can get at your beer distributor. They're sort of called fruited sours. So there's a little bit of a sourness, right? But it's not like a sour like you would think of.
Yeah.
Most sours you buy, you're going to drink that and go, oh, it's gross. But these are good.
This is good. It's cheaper for all these small companies. It's cheaper to do cans than bottles, right? Like that's why everybody does cans.
Yeah, everybody's in cans. It holds better. Like 450 North, when they first started doing these, they were having problems with cans exploding because it would still be fermenting with all the fruit. So what they started doing was they had to pasteurize them out before they canned them. So now they don't explode. They don't have to be they should be in the fridge, but they don't have to stay.
Ever see the movie The Jerk with Steve Martin?
Yeah.
He said those cans were exploding. That guy was shooting at them.
I remember that. I do remember that. Yeah. And then one more beer plug locally. If you go into Ohio, there's a brewery called Ill Will, and they make similar style slushy beers that are phenomenal. So if you ever get over there.
So when you say slushy beer, does that mean you're supposed to freeze them?
No. They call them slushy because they're more like a fruit beer, right? It's so fruity that it's like most people would drink that. Like if you hate beer, you would drink that and go, oh, that's pretty good.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah. So, the slushies comes in.
Real popular now.
Oh, well, the wine slushies, right? At the breweries. Yeah. People love
even stuff. That beer place Beer Town, where we they have
they got a slushy machine.
Yeah, they do have a slushy machine.
People love their alcohol sweet and tasty.
Okay, well, I don't know how long that took. Probably longer than I thought. So we'll be back with something. How about that? Yep, I'm getting better and better at dancing to that song, aren't I?
Try some more new beers.
We've been trying a lot of beers here off the set, and because we're about 1,000 pounds of podcast proclivity right now, we're going to do our best to power through here, aren't we? We're only skipping one segment. We're going to give you the rest. I promise you. I promise you. Okay, obviously this is the movie and music game. The movie, I give you character. Now we have two people that are going to try to get this. By the way, Paul G got the song.
Good for
you
him.
guys are still undefeated.
Yeah, goddamn right we are.
And last week, Miller got both the movie and the song. You got neither.
I got shit for not getting the movie.
Did
last
ya?
week. Oh, I had 3 people say, "How could you not get?" My Todd from Springdale got it at Nova.
Really?
He was pissed at me. Yeah. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's another couple you might not get. Now, if you don't get the music one, you should just be, let's see, my 4-year-old, whose birthday it was yesterday, told me he was going to shoot me in the nuts.
That's good.
I went to his parents. I said, hey, you know what you're teaching this kid? Yeah, he's going to shoot me in the nuts. So I'm going to shoot you like Callum said yesterday. If you guys don't get the song, I'm going to shoot you in the nuts.
I like it.
Movie could go either way. All right, let's get started. First character, Don Fitzgerald.
Ooh, Jesus.
Here, this is going to be hard for a reason. I'm going to give you one hint when you don't know it.
Okay.
Okay, Don Fitzgerald, Brad Girdlinger. That's hard to say. Girdlinger, or maybe it's because we've been trying all these fucking beers. Okay, Don Fitzgerald and Brad Girdlinger. I'm guessing you two don't have anything yet.
No.
Okay, how about Kenny Rossmore? All right. Any of you guys got it yet? Awesome. Casey Mathis. Ooh. Don Fitzgerald, Brad Girdlinger, Kenny Rossmore, Casey Mathis, David Clark.
Oh, Jesus.
And Rose O'Reilly. You don't got it, do you? Okay, here's your hint. And I don't know how far to go on the hint. That's the problem. The last 4, I believe, or at least 3 of them, in the movie have an assumed name.
Oh, Jesus.
So that's their character name, but they don't stay with it.
This is like the Quentin Tarantino with Mr. Pink and Mr. White.
Yeah, you'll see why I chose it later on, but
holy shit. And you're not giving us the name. They're
no, because that would give it away.
The aliases.
Yeah, that would give it away.
Wow.
Okay, while they're thinking and not getting it, Don Fitzgerald, Brad Girdlinger, Kenny Rossmore, Casey Mathis, David Clark, Rose O'Reilly, but 3 or 4 of those are going under an assumed name.
Jesus.
I have no clue.
You give up?
I was going to guess the Clue. Because they go by aliases in Clue, don't they? That movie?
Oh, Clue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No,
that's my guess.
All right.
Better guess than mine.
Well, see, this is I'm a creative, topical person.
Oh.
This is We're the Millers. See, I have Miller here.
Oh,
how about that, huh?
Look at you.
Yeah, well, it was a good movie.
Wow.
You guys want to guess the year?
Is that the year? Is Jennifer Aniston in this?
Yeah,
I've never seen it. I know
if I
it.
had to guess the year on that one, let's see. I would say, what are we at? Probably 2013.
What do you got?
My first guess was 2018, but I don't know.
Miller's right, 2013.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course, he had a big advantage because his name's Miller.
That helps.
Yeah.
That's unfair. I'm playing this game under protest.
We got a few facts for you here. Now, this is pretty impressive. The budget was $37 million. It made $270 million.
Holy shit.
That's a lot. That's a lot. It was. Real good movie.
How have we not had her on Would You Rather yet? She's still so fucking
I thought we
did.
We didn't have her at the very beginning when we were doing it weirdly, I think.
No pictures, probably.
I'll get her on. Okay. I know.
She wins.
Okay.
I would say she's going to win.
Yeah.
You don't know who her competition's going to be. Jennifer Aniston and Jason Sudeikis have been in 5 movies together. Did you know that?
No.
Besides this one, obviously. I have 4 besides this one. Horrible Bosses 1 and 2, Mother's Day, and The Bounty Hunter. So you got to wonder if those two did 5 movies together. You think,
I hope.
yeah, a little fucky went on there. Yeah. Okay, and
If we did 5 movies together, we still wouldn't have.
Yeah.
who, me and you?
No, me and her.
No chance.
Oh, I like to think of me and you. I think we'd have something going by then. Emma Roberts, who was the daughter, she co-starred. It's kind of interesting in movies with all the Friends chicks, like Lisa Kudrow in Hotel for Dogs, which I never saw.
Never heard of it.
And Courtney Cox in Scream 4. So she starred with all those. And then last interesting fact about this one was the original plot of Ted 2. Have you seen this? It's hilarious. Ted 2's hilarious.
Never seen it.
Okay. It was about smuggling drugs from Mexico. But then this movie came out while they were writing it, so they had to change the whole thing because they didn't want to be copying, even though they weren't copying.
Right.
Okay, so
man.
We're the Millers. You think it's good?
I've never seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I know Misty's watched it. I've never seen it.
Especially when the daughter brought the boyfriend to meet
Oh,
them. Remember that?
yeah.
Oh, it's a classic scene.
Well,
Unbelievable.
Tiny, what do you do in life? Because you don't fucking work.
Oh, no. I'm very busy, very important.
No. You think you're important. Even you can't say you're busy. I don't know what the fuck you do.
I'm very busy, very important. I don't have time for this kind of all these shenanigans.
Okay.
I'm too busy producing a world famous podcast.
Okay. Okay. Well, good for you. All right. Now we go to the music game.
Here we go.
Tiny and Paul G are undefeated. Undefeated.
Goddamn right.
Miller
they are.
beat your ass last week in this, but now you're a team. We'll say you're a team.
That was like literally the only time I got it, though. So
That's all right.
I'm not good.
Once again, don't tell people that. They don't know.
I know.
Yeah, I know every one of
I get
these.
them every
I know every one of these mofos.
I could tell people I'm undefeated. They're not going to fucking remember.
Yeah, I'm going to remind them. All right. Let's see if you get this one. You get the lyrics and you try to guess the song, the artist, and the year. Because I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. I play my music in the sun.
Steve Miller.
Yep. Now, do you get my thing? We're the Millers, Steve Miller.
Look at you.
See? Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
the
I was on this
production that
shit.
went on to
The
this.
year
Yeah.
on this one's tough, though.
Yeah. The name of the song.
Man, you didn't give me the name of the song yet either.
Okay.
We are a podcast here, you know. We can't.
Yeah, fuck
Can
them.
I,
I
say,
don't
can I
care.
say what I think it is without, like, Tiny's not involved? He could say what
Right.
he thinks.
Go ahead.
I think it's the Joker.
Okay, do you agree with him?
I don't know. I sure I'll go with it. I know it's Steve Miller, but I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Next time, just go with whatever anyone else says because you were wrong so fucking
No,
often
that's
in
not
the world.
true.
Yeah, this is. It is called the Joker.
I'm
It just-
batting. I'm
no.
Hall of Fame batting average on your
So
fucking
far.
We
game.
got it. We got it.
So far, you would be 1 for 4. He'd be
good.
2 for 4.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Smartass. What year? You answer first.
Now, see, this is confusing for me because I first heard this song on the Greatest Hits. The album cover is blue with some orange shit on it, and that's the Greatest Hits album.
You know what's confusing for you? A puzzle with 3 fucking pieces. That's what's confusing
Well,
to you.
there's no edges. Yeah, I need the corners. So I need to get the corner pieces. I'll go the year I was born, 76.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I probably would have been right around there. So since you said that, I'm going to say 77.
73. 73. The Joker, Steve Miller Band, 73.
Good job.
Miller got a couple. You got one.
Yeah.
You got one. And you didn't get anything on We're the Miller. So,
No.
yeah. You didn't do
1 for 4.
You didn't do very well.
Dude, 250 batting average gets me like a $175 million contract in Major League Baseball.
Yeah. You know what gets you here? I think we're out of tasting beer. You're done with that even.
I got one more for you. Yeah, I got
okay.
one more for you.
One more beer?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, great. That's just what we fucking need. Okay. We'll be back with Argy Bargy that involves Miller. It involves Miller.
Hey, give us some of that old Jude. Giving it all to Jack. Give it some of that
Welcome
old
back.
Jude.
Episode 60. Pittsburgh Die Bar Talk. We're to our Argy Bargy section, but when you have 3 people up here, you end up talking in between. And lo and behold, Miller brought us another beer. So briefly, let's give us a little description.
Yeah, real quick. This is a Schopenhofer. This is a really good beer. It's a German beer, grapefruit flavor. It's perfect if you have a pool or summertime. It's refreshing. 2.5% alcohol, easy to drink. You can't beat it. So what do you guys think?
I like it a lot.
I think I'd put this number 2. I still like the Bananas Foster one better, but this I could see me drinking these like you just said outside.
So I'm going to go the opposite. I think I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go this one first, the middle one second, and Bananas Foster third.
I could see me getting an all over tan out by the pool with drinking some of these.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, this is an easy drinker.
And would you be sending pictures of your all over tan like you talked about last week? If you didn't watch last week, don't let me warn you, don't do it. He's talking about pictures of his balls. You don't want to see that shit, please.
That's asking a lot of the sun.
What would that be called, a tiny eclipse? But yeah, it wasn't bad for me, especially being pretty fucked up here. Yeah. Okay, we're in our argy bargy section, and this is where I bitch about something, and I'm going to go through this situation real quick and then get his comments because he was part of it. Pine Richland built a new football field how many years ago? Do you have any idea?
No, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah. But anyway, they have this nice hill above the football field, and they have a parking lot right through a line of trees that's not owned by the school. So actually on the very first game that was built, I went up and watched up there. And there are a bunch of people, but we all got tossed because a few people were drinking. It was Central Catholic we were playing. And it was Central Catholic people drinking. No, I was drinking, but the cops didn't know that for me, okay? And when they threw me off, I got a little belligerent. And my wife had to pull me away. And then that week, the chief of police I went to high school with. So I called him. I said, hey, what the fuck? And he begrudgingly, I said, aren't I allowed up there? Begrudgingly, he said, yeah, actually you are. So, but since everyone else had got thrown off, no one else was going up there for a while. So I was going up there, and then I was bringing my daughter, Laura, who Miller ruined for a while. And then Miller became part of it. And then I will say one thing, Miller's actually the one that, we wouldn't take it on the school grounds, but we would have a few beers in the parking lot and then walk in and watch the game. And then you added also, you ordered a pizza to bring it to the parking lot. Yep. And me and you would have pizza and beer, and sometime my daughter would join us. Yep. And so far so good, right? Absolutely, so far so good. And then here's what happened. It got great. It got great. There were 50. We were having a tailgate out there. Yep. 50 or 60 people. Just having a great time. People were bringing food. There was all kind of food and beer and wow, yeah, we can say it because this is our podcast. Good looking mothers. Unbelievable. I mean, I that was like the highlight of I looked so much forward to those things. And then okay. They finally put us to a stop. The company, it was a daycare center that owned the land where we parked and partied on, and we would not party on the school grounds. But the daycare center got pissed off at us, and they put a stop to us. And I just think people hate fun. Yep. You know, I mean, okay. You actually were our spokesman. You went in and talked to them, and the two things they said were underage drinking, which was kind of bullshit. Yep. The only guy that I remember being underage drinking was that 20-year-old guy that was like the best running back, one of the best running backs in Pine Richland history. Yeah. He's a few months away from his 21st birthday. Right. I mean, damn, that's nothing. And then they did something with us peeing out there, but I did that, but. What the hell? Woods. What the hell? Yeah, there was woods there. I'm peeing. So now that's been taken away from us. And this is my complaint that things were just so good. It was such a good time. And I was even going to go in. We would have surprise guests I won't even go into some of them, but that was just so much fun. And then now we can't do that anymore. Now you were more pragmatic, and you blamed your brother.
Well, yeah. I mean, you remember the one year though when there was all the construction. I forget when it was, but we actually had an outhouse there for the whole season.
Right, yeah.
So that was no problem. We did
weren't
whatever
paying
we
that.
wanted.
Right,
Everybody
right.
used the outhouse. I think it became a problem when I think it was a weekend I went away, and it was a weekend that my brother actually organized. And my brother likes to go big or go home, and it was a big tailgate that week, right? You were there.
I was.
And I think when I went up and talked to them, because I went up and said, hey, look, we're going to come in when you close. We're not going to be there when you're open with kids. We'll come in after you're gone. We'll sit back in the corner. It's an easy path to the game, and we keep it low key. They were like, okay. Well, some people, I guess, were actually peeing on the building instead of over in the woods, and they got them on video. So they actually got the school and police, and they were really mad. And that's what ruined it.
All right. And I'm not condoning that, but peeing on a fucking building, who cares?
I know.
You know, some bricks.
But we had all those woods.
Yeah,
You're
right. You're right. But go ahead.
I know what it's like to not pee where you're intentionally trying to pee. I can relate to that.
Have you watched, what was that, 2 ago? Yeah. So if we were doing that, you get thrown in jail like he did. But we weren't doing that. We're peeing outside. I mean, I'm still pissed off about that because I just like that so much. And it's been a couple years. I haven't even been back to a game. I guess I'm going to go back this year.
We're going to bring it back.
Okay. And I even know a guy that lives across now.
Yeah.
I think we can party at his house. But I'm still pissed off that they took that away from us. Lighten up, people. And I didn't even mention that daycare center.
Yeah.
I sent one of my kids there for 12 years and the other one there for about 9 years. How much did I pay those fuckers if I'd have said originally, hey, if I give you, I imagine it was $30,000 to pee on your fucking bricks? Yeah. I bet you I'd have said, yeah, that'll be okay. So anyway, we were having a good time, not hurting anybody, and we get stopped from doing it. Fuck you. That's my argy-bargy. Welcome back to episode 60 of Pittsburgh Die Bar Talk, and this is our most popular segment, Would You Rather? And before
fun segment for me.
What's that?
I enjoy this segment the most.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't I just fucking say that?
Yeah, you said popular. I said fun.
Okay. Thanks for adding that. I'm sure that brought us a lot of fucking viewers this week. Anyway, speaking of you, during the last time out, I just hear last week, Tiny nominated his wife, Misty, for Living Legend of Pittsburgh Die Bar Talk, which we don't nominate every week, but we nominate a lot of weeks. And then he goes on to tell me that, go ahead, you want to say it?
I think I'm fairly confident that nominating her as a legend got me laid this week.
Which is wonderful. So that's why I'm asking the following question. The next nomination is up to me. If I nominate her, you think she'll lay me on Thursday morning?
You'll have to ask her, yeah.
Okay, well, where is she?
They're not back yet, but
okay.
If you get her out here, we'll have 3 living legends on at one time.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's not here today, but okay.
I like your chances.
Okay. Good. Because my chances aren't very good very many places. That's why we have the Would You Rather. It's a fantasy type thing,
right.
You know, for those of you that get pissed off at this segment, those 1 or 2 of you, fuck you. You old Hamburg, shoot, thank you. Anyway, we had Bridget Moynihan versus Michelle Monaghan. And I won't, this will be, so you stay tuned. It was a blowout.
Really?
And I was blaming you at the beginning.
Oh, here we go.
No, I know. And I thought it was a little your fault, but it wouldn't have been this big a blowout. So now I can't blame you as much. But I thought you made the one photo better than the other.
Oh,
I thought you did. Like as soon as I saw the 2 photos, I said, damn.
you should have said something, but I remember trying to find.
No, you found them both slutty, but I thought one was a better slutty.
Yeah.
And we did have, this surprises me every week. We had I do a survey, just so you know, and we had over 60 responses this week.
Good number.
It is. Now, part of it, I'll give you a little promo here. We had 12 people from Three Rivers Six Pack in Delmont, a bar.
Oh, nice.
With 12 people answer from there.
Nice.
But they went split down the middle. I don't know if he showed them the photos or not. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it turned out to be a blowout, and I was surprised. I was very surprised. But anyway, Bridget Moynihan versus Michelle Monahan. And just to give you a few comments, these are all for Bridget. Good enough for Tom Brady, good enough for me. Plus, I'm a Blue Bloods fan. And we got a lot of, matter of fact, I thought we'd have a Yinzer thing that would go against her.
Yeah, right.
And we had one person to do that. But, well, let me read a few more. Go ahead.
And in my research, you're getting Tom Brady's sloppy seconds in either case.
Oh, he did Michelle too?
From what I just read.
Really?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch. Good for him.
Oh,
Good for him.
Man.
I didn't know that because Bridget obviously had his kid.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of people who didn't know these two, though.
Okay.
Which surprised me.
I didn't know Michelle, I'll be honest.
Didn't you? Okay. This is another one for Bridget. Have you seen Coyote Ugly where she dances on the bar? And I have, and that was good.
Terrible movie. But
Yeah. This one said, definitely Bridget. She is just slutty enough to dick slap, and she may like it all she may like it in all three orifices. Plus, she was smart enough to dump that dick Tom Brady. I think you'll know who this is from. He took Bridget. He said, I'd like to suck on those perky little titters.
Nice.
Okay.
Good for him.
Yeah. Now, we have two more. We have a different spin.
Oh, here we go.
But he kind of said,
No pictures this time.
no. He said he took Bridget. If her love box is good enough for the greatest quarterback of all time, then it's good enough for me. Well, I suppose it wasn't good enough if he left her, but I will still take my chances. And then, of course, the main envelope.
Here we go.
Mr. Harrelson.
He gets his own card at this
He
point.
does. He's the only one that gets his own card, and he deserves it.
Yep.
And he got a little up close and personal
Good
here.
for him.
He said, tough choice. So I had a contest and looked at each with a stopwatch to see who made my little guy froth at the mouth first. He said, winner was Bridget in a photo finish, and I can share the photo if listeners want. But I then realized she boinked and bumped uglies with Tom Brady. And it made me throw up in my mouth a little bit. He's a big Steeler fan, Mr. Harrelson.
Right.
So he says, now I think it may be a tie, but I'll keep trying to give Michelle another shot at the title. God, I'm getting tired, and all I want is a cigarette.
It sounds like it'd be a sticky photo.
Yes. Okay. So those are the comments. Two people still have the vote. Miller has already voted because he's on my list. Once again, if you want on my list, let me know. But before I give the score, Tiny, who do you take?
I'm guessing I'm in the majority here, but there's two things that swayed my vote. For one, three, I should say, because I didn't know who Michelle was. Bridget, based on, I go back to when I searched these for the pictures, it was way easier to find slutty pictures of her than the other one.
Once again, which leads to your shallowness that we talk about almost every week.
Yes, I have no problem with my carnal selections.
All right.
And then the other thing, she's older, and the older chick.
She's
thing,
53.
Yeah,
Michelle's 48.
Yeah, and in both cases, Michelle's just slightly older than me. I'll be 48 this year, but with Bridget being a little bit older, easier to find slutty pictures. And again, I didn't take the Brady thing into consideration because when I was researching, they both were involved there with him. So
now you're sure Michelle did Brady?
Well, if you trust Wikipedia, I'll leave it
okay.
at that. Yeah.
And what did it say? She just dated him for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Tom Cruise is on that list too.
Okay.
Which that doesn't.
Well, if you dated them, you did them. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So
who's going to date Tom Brady and not
right. Yeah, right.
push the envelope?
Right. So the fact that she's older, easier to find sluttier pictures, all the things being equal, I'm a Bridget.
You're going with Bridget.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going Michelle. Only because when I browse through movies and I see she's one of the few. I have a few others. Diane Lane being one. Her name came up yesterday. Michelle's one of the people. If I see her in a movie, I'm gonna try to watch it for a while. And yeah, I did watch Coyote Ugly, and I don't watch Blue Bloods, but if I see Bridget's in a movie, I won't necessarily watch it. But if Michelle's in it, I'll give it a try. So, and I man, she must be underrated because okay, the final score here. 49-17.
Holy shit.
49-17 for Bridget. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I really, really, really like Michelle.
Yeah.
But, and like I said, I was blaming you at first, but I can't blame you for 49-17. Man. So a few people didn't know either of them and might have gone just by the photo, but I think a lot of them did. So, okay, Bridget, you move on in our mythical mythical contest that we may never have.
I like my chances.
Well, you better nominate her for a living legend then. It's worked for you thus far. Okay, folks. Thanks for hanging in there. We'll be back. And this is going to be special because you're going to get 3 answers on deep, dark answers to Samurai Cheddar. Well, it's time for Samurai Cheddar. This is number 60. People say that you're supposed to name your podcast episodes instead of number it. So the name of this is number 60. How about that, bitches? Okay. We have 4 questions, and there's 3 of us here, obviously, and we're including Miller in this wonderful exercise where you get to know us better and probably like us a lot better too. Am I right? How many?
I think everybody likes me already.
You think they all like you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You think?
I mean, the adorable speaks for itself.
I don't know. I haven't seen your popularity out, to tell you the truth. Because I'm even willing to go out with someone popular and then just get their, leftovers. So far, I haven't seen that from you coming from you,
including Misty.
Exactly. Well, we're going to find out. Misty, you look for that nomination next week. Okay. All right. These 4 questions I actually gave to these 2 knuckleheads, but we don't know if they put much thought into them. Somebody's here at your house. Do you know that?
Is it the truck?
Yeah.
Misty's back.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, gee, maybe I can get it before I leave today. Okay. First question is, who inspires you most and why?
You want me to go first? Okay. So, I mean, I gave this a little bit of thought, and I think growing up, my grandmother, who's now deceased, she probably inspired me the most. She had, 11 children, all of them are aunts and uncles, very, very strong family. She was the glue. And it's sad we just talked about this because ever since she passed, we don't get together like we used to. Like we used to get together for everything because of her. So she's my inspiration. But if I had to say who inspires me now, and I know this is kind of cheesy being a dad, but it would be my daughter, Olivia. She is just, she says she wants to do something and she does it. And I'm a dreamer. She's a doer. And I love that about her.
Wow. He's a lot deeper than we are.
Well, and boy, this is going to make me sound even more shallow because
you're kidding. That's hard to do.
This has been my answer the whole time. This is actually one of the easiest ones for me to answer. It's me.
Oh God,
it's me.
No wonder you're how you are.
No, I'm not giving anybody else credit for everything I've accomplished. Fuck that. It's me. I did all that shit. Me.
Okay. After hearing Miller's answer, I thought mine wasn't very good, and I was a little embarrassed. After hearing yours, mine's okay. I don't have a specific person, but I like people that can do more than one thing. Like growing up, Chuck Noll always did it for me because not only was he a football coach, when you found out about him, he was like had a green thumb as a gardener. He was a wine connoisseur. He could fly an airplane. He could do a lot of stuff. So and even in my Let's see. What do you call this? In my horny fantasy stage, Danica Patrick's my main woman now, but she can do something else. You know, she was a good race car driver. So I guess what inspires me is people that can do more than one thing. And that's
I could be your inspiration.
What can you do? You can't even do one thing.
I'm a famous fucking podcaster.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know. We were thinking about replacing you with Miller. Okay, let's go to question number 2 out of 4. And you said you had problems with this one on the way up here.
Your wife helped me.
Yeah, okay. What makes you feel great about yourself?
Yeah, that is a tough one because you have to kind of talk about yourself, right? So, I mean, my whole life I've
Wait. Somehow I don't think he's going to have a problem.
This is easy for Tiny. This is a little bit more difficult for your average bear. So I think my job and what I've done throughout my life, I've always worked with children and families. And my goal was always to try and help them, get on track, do better, become productive people in society. So I think that's like what I feel good about, like just helping people out.
That was the exact answer my wife gave for you.
Yeah, she did. Thank you, Amy. But she was spot on. She knows me. Amy knows me. That's why.
I don't even think you help anybody, but go ahead. And people are scared. Their probation officer, let's fucking run.
Oh, no, they
yeah. Okay, all right.
Families, we work well together.
All right, and I feel real afraid. What's your answer?
I'm doubling down here. This couldn't have been easier. I mean, it's my looks. I mean, look, superior genetics. I'm growing my hair out. I don't have any gray hairs.
God.
I lead a good life. And why is that? Because I'm me. I'm fucking awesome. So, but if you had this narrowed down, I think most of what I've gotten is because of my looks.
I can't even comment. I wish I had a few less alcohol. I wish we hadn't done those damn taste tests because I would have some answers, but I don't. Okay, that brings it to me. What makes me feel great about myself? I'd say a good meal, a good shit, and a good orgasm. If I can do that in one day, I feel like, I don't know what you hockey players know about a Gordie Howe hat trick. That's the Prince of Pittsburgh hat trick. A good meal, a good crap, and a good orgasm.
That's like the Jim Valvano speech, He's like,
pretty much,
that's a full day.
Full day.
Laugh, you cry.
Yeah. I eat, I crap, and I orgasm, Okay. All right. Next one is, we go back to Miller. What do you regret not doing in life?
Yeah, I guess I could say what you told me earlier in the segment was, starting my own high school football, and it could have evolved into a high school football / beer site.
Right.
I didn't do that. I think realistically though, like I need a knee replacement and I've needed it for years and I keep putting it off. When I finally do it, I'm sure I'm going to regret that I didn't do it years and years ago. So that's about it.
Okay. Can you somehow answer this? Me.
I think you mentioned even we
I
talked
did
to some degree, and I really can't come up with a better one, only because I wish I would have, knowing what I know now, I wish I would have ridden wrestling out a little longer. Not that I would have made it, but I think just, I talked to a couple of buddies I used to wrestle with that they still end up doing some kind of stupid thing once in a while. And like, that would be fun to do. And I think, especially now to invite somebody to go do that shit, I think would have been fun. So I'm going to say, I wish I would have done the wrestling.
Okay. That's your first good answer out of 3. Mine, I forget if I probably didn't mention this before, but there's not that many of you listen this late anyway. So it doesn't really fun. I mean, Miller even said, I never make it to that segment.
Not always.
So okay. I had a chance to go be the basketball coach of Aruba. The hours were 4 to 10, 4 in the afternoon to 10. So you get fucked up all night, sleep on the beach until 3:45. And for some reason, I said no to that. And if I had to do that over again, I'd be taking that job. Okay. Last question here. And this is probably the toughest one, I think, because it's the longest. That's how I determine. All right, Miller, if you could send a message to a large group of people, who would they be and what would your message be? This is pretty deep.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I read this one. So.
Not only does he not watch our entire podcast, I send him 4 questions and he only reads 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. My message, I don't know. I don't know who I would send a big message to. I mean, I guess just let me send a message to today's youth, like the large group of the kids out there. I mean, you got to get out there and you got to make something of yourselves. You got to work hard. You can't just sit there and cry about stuff. You got to go do it. And I know it's not easy and it's not fun, but you aren't going to make it unless you go out there and work hard. Nobody's giving you nothing.
USA! USA!
I'm sticking with today's theme. I'm sending a text or a message out to all the ladies out there. Not only am I nothing but good looks, I am deep. You know, I've got a lot of thoughts up there, and I have good personality.
So who are you sending that
All
to?
the ladies.
Every woman
All
in the
of them.
world?
That's right.
Like 4.5 billion people?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
well.
Chances are much better.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's true. That's true. Maybe you could find one. Okay, are you done?
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, see, I'm a little more specific than you guys. I would send a message to all Middle East midgets. And there's method to my madness. I was going to send it to American midgets, but I heard dwarfism is more prevalent in the Middle East.
Oh,
No
there
one's
you go.
really sure why.
Yeah.
So it would be all of you Middle East midgets. And what I would say to you would be when you're going to a urinal, stay on your toes, because I think you need to do that.
I think though they're actually referred to as little people these days. Yes.
This is my fucking podcast. It's my party, and I'll cry if I want to. Okay. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I have the comment about last week's Would You Rather, but I think it's best to not include it. We're already at 10 for this. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. We better fucking stop.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to thank Miller for being our guest. I hope we have him back. And I want to thank all of you for staying. How many of you are still out there? 3. Good. Oh, awesome. And, but I always end with a damn quote. This is from Yogi Berra.
Repeat.
Yogi Berra, he's been on. I think I could do Rodney Dangerfield. Shit. Who's our comedian that we like? The real deadpan guy.
Oh, God. Him.
We're getting too drunk.
Jesus.
He's one of my favorite comedians.
Yes.
I can't remember his name. And we just had him on 2 weeks ago.
Yes, we did.
Okay. He's pretty damn funny.
Steve. No, it's not Steve.
No.
Oh,
Right. Stephen Wright.
Stephen Wright.
Stephen
Okay.
Wright.
Yeah.
Stephen Wright. Yeah. I think I could do Yogi Bear, Stephen Wright, and Rodney Dangerfield. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, I'll just fucking do that. Anyway, Yogi Berra said, always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours.
That's true. My brother said he doesn't reciprocate. They don't count.
Okay. So that's the end of number 60. We will be back with number 61 next week. Enjoy your week. See you then.
Mr. Jackknife has old Maggie, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know that shark bites